Ladies and gents, welcome back to The Random. It's your host, SmallwoodWorldWide. We're back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about the iPad Pro. Now, in particular, you're looking at my M1 iPad Pro from Apple. As you can see, still in great condition. Apple has a new event here coming on the 7th of May. As you can see from the Apple Pencil, it looks like we're finally going to get a new refresh of iPads and hopefully iPad Pros as well. But today, I just want to talk about some of the things that I want from a new iPad, right? Now, when I take the time to think about it, this is an M1 iPad Pro, top of the line, 2 terabytes, okay? So this came out in May of 2021. It is now 2024, right? If you take a look at it, it's still in really top tier shape. Cameras work really well. The screen is still buttery smooth, very snappy, very fast. Lock screen. Go on to that. I mean, look at this. This is literally a dream of what you would want, right? And it's a little faster than that. From behind the camera, you know, the Face ID, there we are. You get a chance to see. Now, when I think about the iPad, I was one of the folks who was on the journey from iPad from about 2010, 2011 timeframe when they first dropped it, and it was considered more of a hobby device. However, I think a lot of tech YouTubers and people in general, they have to be told what to want. For me, I knew long term, this was going to be Apple's best device. What do I mean by that? When you look at your devices, a laptop or anything that you utilize, what do you want? You want productivity, you want entertainment, you want creativity. Those are generally the 3 tiers that will fall into it. Now, if you're a person who's like, you know, into tech real heavy like myself and you're into the game, number one, you know you got to pay to play. Number two, you know that there's some stuff you're going to do with your device that makes you a power user on a different level than folks who are just looking to check email or watch their, you know, streaming services here, right? Now, with the M1 iPad Pro, as you notice, the orientation, all of that still works. However, one of the biggest issues is the location of the camera, right? Now, the first thing that I would want is for a new iPad, especially the iPad Pro, and I don't know if it would be called the M3 or what have you, I'd want the camera to be right here, right? So that when you're doing Zooms, FaceTimes, etc., the orientation just seems right. I know they have center stage, and center stage kind of to help to make sure that when you're online here that it worked, but sometimes center stage could have been glitchy before they finally cleaned it up a bit, and all of that can be fixed with camera placement. Number 2, having an OLED screen. Now, some of our competitors, so like Samsung, Xiaomi, anything else that you could think of in terms of an actual competitor, these folks have had, you know, OLED screens for a long time. Apple, they're not always first to the game, but they are usually the best. So I think that would be really great. Now, there's a video I did where I broke down why the iPad Pro is Apple's best device. You can check that out. But let's look at some of those things real quick, right? So you have email, absolutely. You have a file system, which people complained about. Again, it was always there. It evolved and got better over time. You have USB Type-C, which is very important. You have the entertainment aspect of this, right? And so a lot of times, as you can see, I have little widgets here. Even widgets, it took a while for people to get there, but it got there. The ability to edit video, you got DaVinci Resolve, you got Filmic Pro if you want to do some filming with it. You know, you got Final Cut Pro by Apple, you got music, you got notes that you could take in free form. But when I really think about what makes the iPad Pro the best device, it was the freedom of how you do things, right? So you come down from here, let's scroll up, and you would get Stage Manager. So let's get that. We've turned it on. Let's go ahead and cut that on there. As you see, Stage Manager, still buttery smooth, still very snappy, right? So when you come into here, take a look. You can go into Twitter. You can go there. And we don't know what's going to pop up, but that's what makes these live videos entertaining, right? You have email. You have other little chat devices. You also can swipe up from the bottom and have your little tray, which is great. You know, I can go in here and open up from photos if I want. You know, you can go to Photoshop, whatever it is. You could do split screen. I can take this and do Stage Manager in its truest form, which I think is always great. Some people don't seem to understand that it can work on the iPad Pro. just as well as it would work on a much bigger screen, you know, but I digress. The portability of this, always great. The flexibility when you think about the Magic Keyboard, right? And the Magic Keyboard, again, I've had this from the beginning. Apple does a great job with these products. Look at that. I didn't clean it up for the video. I wanted you to see there is usage there. Very important. Shout out to the Griffith Observatory, top tier, of course. Got your Apple stickers, but look at that. It keeps your device in working order. Now, again, when I think about what I really want from an iPad Pro, right? I'm thinking about something that's let's go ahead and get this unlocked here off screen. Tripod blocking the view a bit. When I think about what I really want, it's the freedom. Look at this. Going side by side, get video working right there. You go over here. Again, there's almost nothing that you can't do. It's just a matter of your ability to kind of go in and figure out what your personal workflow looks like. From a new iPad Pro, what could they do to change what they've already perfected? Here's what I mean. Multitasking. A lot of folks did it first. Apple did it right. There's no way, and I don't care who you are, there's no way that you're doing 10 different things at once. You don't need 10 little weird squares up here where the functionality just goes down. Split screen is great. If split screen doesn't work for you, you can always use Stage Manager. And what makes this even better, you can plug this via USB-C into an external display. But one of the things that makes the iPad truly great is it customizable, is your ability to customize things. I think that's pretty good. Let's go up here. Let's try this again. Tripod giving us a little bit of trouble. We'll scroll down. Look at that. Scroll over here. There we are. You're getting live video, folks. So some of this, of course, going to take a little bit of time. But as you can see, it's all right there, right? So let's just go here for a minute. Scroll up, scroll down. Again, it's pretty good. When I think about the new iPad Pro, I think about freedom. I think about creating your own canvas. I think about the future. And no matter what they bring in terms of an OLED, the iPad will never be more portable than it is today. The one thing that I think about is Apple Vision Pro. To me, this is the future of iPad Pro. So what I want from a new iPad Pro, they've already delivered an Apple Vision Pro. The one thing that an iPad can do, it can film. So filming video is great. Some people prefer to edit. And I think that, you know what? Apple Vision Pro is not going to, eradicate the line here of iPads, but it's going to make a great partnership in terms of your workflow. So whether it's corporate work, whether it's creative work, if you're editing photos, if it's just a hobby, that's going to be the future. Is creativity and productivity working hand in hand. So with that being said, whatever they decide with the new iPad Pro, chances are I'm going to be on board with it. The speed, the chips, is going to be something that everybody is going to kind of be in love with, that everybody's going to be able to kind of, really get into. And I think that ultimately at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of happy customers with it. So we will stay tuned for this event and we will talk about it. But in the meantime, I encourage you, check out our forthcoming video here. Apple Vision Pro, 60-second review. Coming soon. Peace.